Oh, hey, thanks for joining me. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show Week 12 phone call show episode. Kicking off here in T-minus 3 minutes. We're doing it live, as we always do. We're answering phone calls, as we always do. We're doing voicemails, as we always do. The Fantasy Football Show, it begins right now.
You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. Smitty is live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, good buddies? I'm your boy Smitty, and I'm watching. I'm watching. You're watching. We're all watching the Fantasy Football Show, and we're gonna get right into the voicemails. My voicemail crew. If you want to become an exclusive voicemail dropper, phone call load dropper, you want to get on over to my Instagram, because on my Instagram there's a subscription button on my Instagram that if you click on that and you become a subscriber on IG, on my Instagram, $4.99 a month plan, you can literally leave voicemails for me on the daily inside the voicemail group. And that's what I'm going to play right here. We still have the other OG voicemail groups that everybody's in, but we're going to play from this one right here. Here we go. It's the first one.
Hey, what up? It's Guilty. So, Chase Jacobs for Henry, Jamal Williams, and Pittman, or
did we do this one already? This was yesterday.
Williams and Jacoby Myers.
I think we did that one.
Side.
We did that one already from Guilty. Appreciate you, Guilty, for dropping that.
Yo, Smitty, what up? I should have sent this one first, but we'll see what
that
happens.
was that was yesterday as well. Sorry. Here we go.
Hey, Smitty. So we got Justin Fields, Cole Kmet stack. And then CMC, Aaron Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, Michael Pittman, Cortland Sutton, Curtis Samuel,
Am I supposed to be writing this down?
Melvin Gordon, Alexander Madison, and Joshua Palmer. Do you drop Gordon or hold on to him? And then do you see somewhere to improve there? I've made some trades already, so it's made my team what it is.
I gotta replay this.
So we got Justin Fields, Cole Kmet stack, and then CMC, Aaron Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, Michael Pittman, Cortland Sutton, Curtis Samuel, Michael Carter.
This guy's
Justin Fields, Cole Kmet stack.
Trying to read a speed reading award.
CMC, Aaron Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, Michael Pittman, Cortland Sutton, Curtis Samuel, Michael Carter, Melvin Gordon, Alexander Madison, and Joshua Palmer. Do you drop Gordon or hold on to him?
Yeah, so I dropped Gordon. As far as like improvements to make, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Looking at this team right here, I'm gonna take the number down because I'm not taking calls right this second. I know a lot of you are gonna blow the line up. I'm not gonna lie to you. You read it so fast, bro. I don't know what kind of speed reading contest you thought you were in, but it was so quick. I'm pretty sure I got it right. You had the Fields and Kmet stack. You said Fields, Kmet. It's not a bad team. The problem is, I mean, you could take this into battle and try and win. I don't think it's the best team in the league, but if the best team in the league gets knocked off, the second best team in the league has a bad game in week 2. I mean, this thing could shape your way, but maybe you could divide CMC into 2 players. Like if you were to go get a potential St. Brown with a Walker or something like that. That's something I think I would consider, depending on who you could get with Walker, who you could get with ETN. That's going to be my advice for you. But yes, you could cut Melvin Gordon if that was your question. Pickups aren't great. You said Gordon, CEH, dropping Gordon, CEH, James Cook, Edmonds, Wandell. Probably take James Cook, bro. At least he's getting work. You know what I'm saying? All right, next one.
I need help with the tight end space. I have a lot of running backs, and I could make a move, I guess, using 2 of them to obtain a Travis Kelce. Here's what I have. Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, Rachaad White, Kenneth Walker, Travis Etienne. Who should I trade away to get Travis Kelce?
Yeah, I mean, these are Walker, ETN, JT, Barkley. You're not going to be able to trade Rachaad White away, but you can keep him anyway. I mean, it depends, bro. I mean, Barkley's got the most value. In our world, we love Walker and ETN. Shh. As much as, I'm not going to say it. Or that guy at the top. We quietly like him more. Don't tell anybody. But can you get more in a Barkley trade? By the way, I pulled my back out. And it's so hard for me to sit right now. It's like in the middle of like where my spine, like near my spine. Oh my God. I'm not going to let it hold me back from working out and losing the LBs though. But every once in a while you're going to see me like adjust because, oh my God, my back is killing me. This chair doesn't really help because this chair is like it's the most comfortable chair. I'm not getting rid of it. I should have an office chair. I really should have an office chair. But I need to start sitting back more. This trade right here, you're not going to get what you want out of ETN. You're not going to get what you want out of JT. You're not going to get what you want out of Barkley. My guess is you can go get a Kelce straight up using Barkley and then get something additional. I shouldn't call it straight up. But you're not gonna get what you want out of the other players. You have to kind of sell Barkley. I mean, you could test out the waters. Would I take I would draft every single one of these running backs over Travis Kelce. I'd take ETN over Kelce. I'd take Walker over Kelce. I'd take JT over Kelce. I'd take Barkley over Kelce. So I guess it boils down to which player is he going to pay adequate value for. that's probably who you trade. I mean, I could get behind any one of the 3 of these 4 running backs. They're phenomenal. You're playing in a grandma league. You're playing in a 3-man league. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah. It feels broken. It's not broken, but it feels broken.
Hey, Smitty. So, got a little bit of a good dilemma, but so I get DK and Godwin coming back off of buys. Peoples-Jones has been pretty much consistent and getting enough targets to be, I would say, relevant for a spot for the lineup.
Why did I write Jason?
Wide receiver too.
What's he asking?
What would you do in this situation, man?
I honestly don't even know what he said. Let's see, Josh. Let me start. I'm sorry.
So, got a little bit of a good dilemma.
All right.
So I get DK and Godwin coming back off of buys. Peoples-Jones has been pretty much consistent and getting enough targets to be, I would say, relevant for a spot for the lineup, at least a wide receiver too. What would you do in this situation, man?
I'm not sure what you're asking, bro. I'm not sure if you're saying, do you bench one of Godwin or DK for DPJ? And I'm not. But would I trade one away? I most certainly would. But I don't know what you're exactly asking me on this one. Hit me back with another follow-up on that, Josh. But, I mean, these are your starters. But do I like what you got there? Sure, he's a good depth piece. You got some injuries, bye weeks, all sorts of stuff coming up. You never know what could happen. But let me know what you're thinking there. Tyler.
Hey, Smitty. Saints play San Francisco this week. Would you start Rashad White over Alvin Kamara?
No. I mean, you got to find a way to get White in there, but no. I mean, you're talking about White is your monster flex play. Maybe you're crafty. You know, you're showing everybody who's boss running back 2 play. But like Kamara's your running back 1. You know, Kamara's your running back 1. No, you can't do that, bro. I mean, figure out something else. Blake.
Which running back should I start week 12? Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, Kenneth Walker, Travis Etienne.
Come on, guys. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? First of all, what kind of leagues are we playing in? You know, what kind of content is this going to be for me? Yeah, hey, look, listen to my show.
Which running back should I start week 12? Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor,
JT,
Kenneth Walker, Travis
Etienne. Which one of the... I'm in a one-man league with 4 top 5 running backs. Come on, bro. What are we doing here? I don't know. Bro, how do you expect me to answer this question? These are top 5 running backs. You want me to say on my show, sit one of these top 5. You have 4 running backs right here, and they all feel top 5 capable. You can't sit one of these guys. This is your fault, your problem. Who is this, Tyler? No, is this Blake? Is this Blake?
Do you think with the weapons that the 49ers have that Jimmy G could be a solid, maybe QB1 rest of season?
No, I don't think he's a solid QB1 rest of season. He's exactly what I said would happen in that game. He's either going to do nothing or he's going to throw short little passes and the weapons are going to take it to the house. Now, could the weapons continue to take it to the house on the regular? Yeah, but not to the tune of a quarterback you're starting in your QB1. Superflex, sure. But Blake, what are we supposed to do with this information, Blake? Etienne, Walker, JT, and Barkley. This is on you, Blake. You should have made a trade. Sitting on these 4 running backs instead of upgrading your wide. Next thing you know, you're going to tell us you got Hill and Diggs and Josh Allen and Mark Andrews. I don't know what to tell you on this question, bro. I'm refusing to tell you to sit one of these guys. That is your own fault. As for the other question, definitely helped you, Blake. I think, Blake, keep it up. I appreciate you, Blake.
Rachaad White, Isaiah Pacheco, or Garrett Wilson this week at my flex position?
I'm going Rachaad White, but I mean Pacheco and Garrett Wilson are fully capable of doing
David Njoku
as well.
or Pat Freiermuth this week? Njoku has the better matchup.
Etienne and Walker because you. I guess that is true. You know what? Let's go back to this real quick.
Which running back should I start week 12? Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, Kenneth Walker, Travis Etienne.
I mean, yeah, you know what? I appreciate that as much as I forget where. I forget what. Why is the focus? Oh, come on, focus. Sometimes I forget. Owen's questions really sets me straight here. This is true. Owen says, to be frank, Smitty, Etienne, and Walker were because of you. So when we look at this, how late of a draft pick was he? In some cases, if you drafted early, a 4 to 6 round pick, 7 to 9, and then your 2 and your 1. So really, did he do anything wrong by assembling this? No. So you're right, Owen. And for that, Blake, I apologize. Owen's right. I mean, it's phenomenal drafting, first of all, but it's not like you have to even be playing in an 8-man league. This could be a 10 or a 12. Sometimes they need to be shook straight, Owen. And you shook me straight. Not trying to pat the show on the back, but these were because of the show, and it's not like he had to overpay. We did this. I didn't do it. We did this. And Blake is balling right now. I just think, Blake, you did put yourself in a bind not trading one away, and I find it hard to believe you couldn't have worked a deal in giving one of those guys away is all I'm trying to say. But thank you, Owen, for setting me straight. And reminding me, we live in our world, and in our world, things look a lot different.
David Njoku or Pat Freiermuth this week? Njoku has the better matchup.
I mean, is Njoku fully healthy? Is he truly fully healthy? Do we even know? Would we even be told? I feel like Njoku's he's such an injury risk. My back is killing me, by the way. I'm trying to sit up straighter too. Part of that was the problem. I'm like slouching over him in this chair all day. I'm getting migraines. I'm trying to like pop my own neck. People are so, your job's easy. My job's not easy, man. I'm sitting in this chair all day long. Like I have the best job in the world, but there's a lot of crazy downsides to it. Body's breaking down sitting in a chair all day. I got a standing angle here. Njoku had 2 or 3 targets for 17 yards. I need to get up and move around more. Oh God, the back is thrashed. I'm gonna go Freiermuth, bro.
Now that Henderson is out of LA, should we pay any attention to Akers? Maybe pick him up on waivers. What do you think?
Well, he's available in like 80, or he's available in only like 10 or 15% of leagues. So, in your league, maybe he's available, and you should grab him. Akers is consumed in 80% of all leagues. I think Kyron Williams is more of an attractive go-get. I think Kyron Williams is the guy that's locked into third down production, and that's the better role to be locked into. So I would rather have Kyron Williams, but Akers is currently getting first and second down work, or a lot of it. So yeah, I have a standing workstation essentially, but it's hard. I need to raise the monitor up and figure out a way to do it. So I eventually will make this over here more of a standing situation. So I do have a standing workstation right here. I just got to get it all situated with the way that my studio is. I do have it. I just haven't gotten it going, but I do need to. And I have a standing workstation here, essentially. I just need to get another monitor or work it from this angle, but we'll see. Okay, next question here. I mean, I designed it this way to stand, but I do need more of an ability to type up here, which I have a standing or rising desk situation right here. Was that Pedro?
Now that Henderson is out of
Tyler.
Damian Pierce or Deebo Samuel this week?
Deebo. I mean, Deebo looked pretty good.
Trade Deebo Samuel, Damian Harris, and Garrett Wilson for Jamar Chase.
I'd rather have Deebo unless you can wait on Jamar and you're a dice roller. Jamar is probably the better player. Well, we know he's the better player, but will he be 100%? I don't know. Might be safer to go Deebo Samuel.
Smitty, what up, boys? So,
where are you at?
I actually am in a piano lounge environment this time instead of it playing in the background.
Okay.
Anyway, would you do Nick Chubb for Antonio Gibson and Damian Pierce, or swap out Damian Pierce for Alvin Kamara and Antonio Gibson? I gotta stop almost swearing on your show. This guy, this bloke, this chap, tried to offer me Burrow for Nick Chubb. Like, bro, come on. I gave you Burrow. I fleece you. You don't fleece me. All right, guys, to the moon.
Yeah, I mean, Chubb's the better side of that trade, bro. I mean, you're talking about Pierce versus Nick Chubb, or Pierce versus Kamara. Kamara's a big difference. You want to take Kamara on that. But I'm not trading Nick Chubb. Not trading Nick Chubb. Okay, next question here. I think I got all those from my voicemail group. I completed all those by 22 minutes into the show, pals. Appreciate you. All right, now I'm going to go to voicemail group number 1. We'll go to 1. Voicemail group number 1. Jim. Joseph. John, you guys' voicemails don't play. I don't know what's going on there. Johnson.
Hey, Schmitty. Just Cam Akers moving forward. Did he just average 4.5 yards per carry versus a decent run defense and have a pretty cream pie schedule moving forward? Cheers, mate.
Yeah, but the thing is, Kyren Williams is locked into the PPR work. Kyren Williams, they wanted over Cam Akers. They tried to really part ways with Cam, and then Cam came crawling back after they couldn't get a trade done. It's hard to imagine them wanting to fully invest in Cam, but then again, you know, things change. We don't know the inner workings, you know, what's going on there. I would rather bank on Kyren, who's locked into the wide receiver work, but the PPR work. But, I mean, it could go either way. I'll be honest, I don't know fully how that's going to shake out. Man, I wish these voicemails played. Ryan's isn't playing.
Hey, Schmitty. It's your boy Daniel. I just had a question for you. Half PPR, 2 flexes, looking to make a trade. Would you trade Deebo Samuel for DeAndre Swift? It would kind of thin out my wide receiver room. My other wide receivers are AJ Brown, Chris Olave, and my other backs are Kenneth Walker, Christian McCaffrey, Najee Harris. Let me know your thoughts on that, man.
I'd take Deebo over Swift. It sounds like he's rock climbing. He's got these like harnesses that are like, and he's got his like feet up against the rocks or something, bro. Jim.
Smitty, what do you think? Are we buying Christian Watson rest of the season, or are you trying to sell high while his value has never been higher?
I'm selling while his value's never been higher. Jim, Joseph, and John. Jim, Joseph, and John, your voicemails didn't play up there, but I just answered the rest of your questions at 24 minutes into the show tonight. All right, let's go to voicemail group number 2. This one's from Kevin.
Hey, Smitty, this is Kevin. What is stopping the Patriots from getting a fresh, healthy Damian Harris to take all those Ramondre Stevenson carries right now? Any concerns?
What's stopping them? Nothing's stopping them, but Ramondre Stevenson's the better running back. That's what should be stopping them. But am I worried? I am worried. I'm worried about Pierce, and I'm worried about Stevenson maintaining their fantasy football value. I feel like the risk went up tremendously for these two guys. Doesn't mean I don't still believe in them. Doesn't mean I give them away for pennies on the dollar. Doesn't mean that I don't go buying low at the right price. I like both of them still. But I'm certainly concerned about the situation. No doubt whatsoever. B-Men.
What are your thoughts on Dameon Pierce with the offense and being game scripted out? Do you like him better than like Tony Pollard, Rashad White, or is his value decreased?
You know, I like Pollard more than I like Pierce going forward, which is pretty crazy when you think about it, how quickly things turn. But I think Rashad White and Pierce are still, I still probably take Pierce over White, but that could change in 1 week. Just like Pollard looks fantastic. Zeke coming back, we didn't know what to expect. And now it's like Tony Pollard season to the moon. I don't see how they don't continue to get him the ball in ways that help this team win football games. You know, they're excited about him. I think they still want to get Zeke the football. And to be honest, both of them on the field at the same time is dangerous and dynamic. So I'm loving Tony Pollard. I think, White's going to get there. I think White needs another couple games or a game before we start seeing how committed the Bucs are and Brady to using Rashad White with Fournette back, and we'll see how much they use Fournette back.
What are your thoughts on trading with contenders in your league, like giving them multiple players to fill their holes on their starting lineup for one better player? I'm kind of hesitant to do so. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I don't care about other people. I don't care. When I'm in a fantasy league, I could give two craps about what Bob's doing or Steve or Joey or angry Ian. I don't really care. If I'm making a trade that's bettering my team, I'm making a trade. I'm not concerning myself with whether I'm going to give so-and-so a winning team. I'm not concerning myself with who so-and-so's starting. Oh, should I start this guy because he's got that quarterback? What are you doing? You playing around him, or are you playing around the best players you can put on the field? Like, what strategy you want to deploy? I'm not yelling this at you, B-Men. I'm just saying in general, when people come to me and say, hey, he's got Mahomes, should I maybe sit, Pacheco this week? Or hey, he's going up. I'm playing Waddle. He's got Tua. Should I maybe sit Waddle this week because he's got Tua? Like, what are you doing? Not you, B-Men. Just in general, start your best players. Don't worry about anybody else. That goes for any question in general. So if you're making a trade, B-Men, where you're fleecing somebody's future and you're giving them the now, who cares? Do I want you to get the best team assembled at any cost? Yeah, assuming you're not colluding or something. I want you to make the trade that's going to make you have the best potential chance of dominating your dynasty league or your redraft league or whatever. But in a dynasty format, like you said, giving potential contenders players of his dynasty, as long as you're bettering your team, I don't care. Doesn't matter. You can't factor that in at all.
Hey, Smitty, start 3. Dalvin Cook, David Montgomery, Aaron Jones, and Jeff Wilson Jr.
Dalvin Cook. Say that again. Dalvin Cook.
Hey, Smitty, start 3. Dalvin Cook, David Montgomery, Aaron Jones, and Jeff Wilson Jr.
Aaron Jones, Jeff Wilson Jr., Dalvin Cook, if I'm starting 3.
What's going on, Smitty? It's your boy, Voicemail King, with the dilemma. This boy is trying to seal out the playoff win.
Voicemail King.
I got to bench one of these guys. Your man, Tony Pollard, Rashad White, Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, and Chris Olave. You got to bench one. I'm leaning towards benching Kirk out of that group because I think Rashad White is fire. And I just like that. What would you do in that situation?
Rashad White is fire. I'm putting Christian Kirk on the bench, I think, in that situation. But that's a tough one, bro. That is a tough one. B-Men.
What are your thoughts on trading with the contenders?
Oh, I already got that one. This one's from I think I might have got this one.
Hey, Smitty, start 3.
Okay. Dalvin Cook, yeah, I got that. Okay, we're all caught up on the voice messages. If you guys want to be a part of the voicemail crew, get on over to thefantasyfootballshow.com on Instagram and click the subscription button. And if you click that subscription button, your boy Smitty will put you in a voicemail group. And not only can you ask all the other people questions all day, but you hold down the mic, leave a voicemail, and I will answer your questions every day on the daily here. So if you want to be a part of that, go to my Instagram, thefantasyfootballshow.com, and click the subscription membership button on my profile. It's $4.99 a month. It's like less than a coffee or one of your frappuccinos, okay? Half of one of your Jamba Juicies that you get, and you can be a part of not only a community in a Instagram DM group, but you get the ability to drop those voicemails. And if you got a question, you're gonna get an answer from me. You know, so that's how we roll. Let's get to these super chats real quick. We've got a number of them so far. This one is from Payne says, pick 2 for this week. DK, St. Brown, Gabe Davis. Probably DK and St. Brown. We'll see if later in the week I change my mind on the Gabe Davis DK, but that's the only thing I could see myself swapping out. Olave Swift Komet for AJB. Let's see. Olave Swift Komet for AJB Kittle. You're 5 and 6. Give me Olave Swift Komet over. Well, yeah. Give me Olave Swift and Komet over AJB and Kittle. Let's not forget Kittle had almost no value walking into week 11. I'm not saying Kittle can't continue to do well, but Vladimir, I only have one move. Burks or Christian Watson rest of season. I'm going to go Christian Watson, bro. Burks has barely showed up. Let's go with the guy that's dropping wads, bro. You know, at least on the regular now. This one's from Tristan. Tristan says, I traded Connor and Pittman for Evans. What are your thoughts? Connor and Pittman for Evans. I like Mike Evans.
You've just been Smitty approved.
I like that, bro. That was a nice job. Nice little trade there you did. Is Jeff Wilson, Higgins, and Fields too much for Walker? Depends on if your quarterback is like you got Burrow and Fields, or you got Josh Allen and Fields. You have Watson. Fields, Higgins, and Jeff Wilson for Walker. Fields, Higgins, Jeff Wilson. It feels like a lot, bro. What's the chat think? Too much for Kenneth Walker? What are we thinking there? Too much for Kenneth Walker? What's the chat think? That seems like quite a bit, bro. That seems like a pretty penny that you're paying there. That's a pretty penny. I mean, I like Watson and all, bro, but I mean, Fields is balling. I think it'd be different if you had like Josh Allen or Hurts or something, but like Watson, I don't even know what Watson is. I love Walker, bro, but Zach Wilson's playing very good football, and Higgins is not too bad, bro. That's one of the first no's we've had on compiling a bunch of players like that for Walker. We're usually all gung-ho for getting Walker, but that's just too much, my guy. You're giving away way too much. This one's from Avi. Avi, $10 hauler, my dude.
To the moon.
Appreciate you, Avi. Last week, let's see, what is Avi seeing here? Lost last week by 1.1 because of Herbie late interception. 5 and 6. Now in 6th place. Last playoff spot. Okay. About done trading. Got Herbie, CMC, Barkley, Hill, St. Brown, Waddle, Taysom. Bench is Mitchell, Peoples, Jones, Pacheco, half PPR, 10 team. Yeah, I mean, it sucks about your loss, bro. But Herbie, CMC, Barkley, Hill, St. Brown, Waddle, Taysom, it's a really good squad. I don't think there's any moves to be made. I think you roll with that team. I could tell you to upgrade this or that, but you're just going to take away from other parts that I feel are pretty strong and consistent. Jacob traded a 2024 first and 2023 third for Pollard. Thoughts? I don't mind it, Jacob. I guess it depends on where that first could be, but 2024 is a ways out, and if this can help you win money, I like it. But if this is something you're doing for the future, we don't fully know what's in store for Tony Pollard in the future. Like, we could guess, we could assume that because we like him, that the Cowboys are going to not draft a rookie or something like that. But I don't mind this. This isn't bad, especially if there's like that win now factor at play for you. Sweezy with a $5 holler. Sweezy, appreciate you. Herbs, Eckler, Ramondre, Hopkins, Terry Dulcich, Campbell, bench Mostert, Zay Jones, Burks, Deshaun Watson. Last week of trades, any moves? Eckler, Ramondre, Hopkins, Terry. Man, this is tough. I feel like you do need something though, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think your team's right there, but I feel like you're missing a player or something that would put you over the edge. You're 8-3 though. I don't know if you got Chase on the bench or something that you didn't list. If you did, then you're golden. If you don't, I may contemplate downgrading Eckler into Walker or into ETN to get a St. Brown type player to help boost this team's depth in the lineup. Not on the bench, but just make it a stronger lineup. Start Connor or Ramondre and just got Connor and Lockett for Pierce. I'd probably rather have Pierce over Connor and Lockett. I'm not going to lie, Iman. I mean, I'm worried about Pierce, but Connor and Lockett isn't any safer situation. I think Connor could be just as good as Pierce. So I want to first put your mind at ease if you at all think, I'm saying that it's a horrible trade. It's not a horrible trade. I just would rather have Pierce myself, but that could change in 1 week. But if it's me, I'm probably waiting on this one. I'd probably start Connor over Ramondre unless, I don't know, this is tough. I really like Ramondre Stevenson. I just wonder, I just don't know. What was his touch total last week? It was a disappointing game, but he still got 15 carries. It was just low yards per carry. The Jets are tough. He's been getting a boatload of carries. I don't know that they're just going to replace him. I think they know this was a tough matchup. He still has 6 catches for 56 yards. Connor, I don't know. Let's address this one later in the week. For now, let's say Ramondre. But we need to come back to this one. We can't lock this one in. Nightlife says Pierce for Gabe and Pacheco. I've got Diggs out on the stack. I don't hate this trade, but I feel like you should get a little more for Pierce. I'm not going to lie. I feel like that's selling quickly off of 2 weeks of decline and not getting what I feel like you're warranted with that. Buddy, 195 of you still in here, and only 69 of you have punched that thumb up button. Please punch the thumb up button for your boy Smitty. Buddy wants Mondre. He has Higgins, DK, or Cook. Buddy wants Ramondre. He has Higgins, DK, or Cook. Like, would I take Dalvin Cook for Ramondre? I certainly would. You got to pay a little bit more, probably. I don't know what that would be, but I would definitely do it. If you do it straight up, you take it, you run away. Higgins and DK for Ramondre, I would take that. Would I take DK straight up for Ramondre? Maybe. If push came to shove. Would I take Higgins straight up for Ramondre? Probably would consider it, but I think it just depends on my team. Like Ramondre, Higgins, DK are all very, very close. Cook is above all of them. But, if we're trying to talk about getting a wide receiver for your running back and you need a wide receiver badly, I don't mind it, Sweezy. It's not a bad move. I think that it just comes down to what positional need you have. Keenan Allen or Gabe Davis. I'd probably go with Gabe Davis until Keenan Allen really makes me feel comfortable that he can come out and deliver on a consistent basis and that he's fully healthy and all that. I mean, maybe we feel that way walking into the game 5 for 94 was a pretty good day for him. Keenan Allen, his first game back. I trust Gabe Davis a little bit more, but I do like Keenan Allen if he can stay healthy. Smitty, what should I do with my little T when Chase comes back? John, it just depends, bro. I mean, you could roll both of them out there. Burrow's going to feed them both. You know, on a game where Jamar goes nuts and has 102 touchdowns, little T Higgins still might have 5 catches for 85 yards. You know, so I'm not running from owning both of them, but I can certainly understand why you're a little skeptical of running them both out there. Let's hit the phone lines.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial into the show. Phone number is now on the screen, and we will do it live. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you for dropping those super chats as you have all night long and all day today. Ed, little T, yeah, little T Higgins, little itty bitty T Higgins. That was phenomenal when that guy said that. Oh, I think I have that video somewhere. I should play it. What can I get for Zeke? Got offered Deontay and a pick. I mean, I guess it's okay. I'd take anything really. I mean, go after like Pittman. You know, go after Pittman. Go after Pacheco. Go after players like that. Go after if it's redraft in Dynasty, it could change my thinking, but I would say Pittman would be a really good target. Pittman's a very good go-get. Your Highness. All right, bro, okay.
Smitty, half of me was so successful because of me. The other half was accidentally successful because of you.
All right, let's go. Let's get this on. Let's get this moving. So you got ETN, you got Najee, you got Hopkins, you got Chase, you got Andrews, you got Kyler, you got White, you got Pierce, you got Olave, you got Jimmy G. This is a pretty good squad, bro. This is a pretty good squad.
I know, and I've patched it together very, very carefully.
Yeah. Okay. So, look, I like what you got here. I don't think you got to worry too much or panic other than at quarterback. Who's your backup quarterback? Murray. Okay, that's your starter. Who's your backup quarterback?
Well, Garoppolo saved my ass.
That's your back. Okay. Well, I mean, try and trade like Najee and Pierce together. Try and get Olave into your lineup potentially. You know, I know you got White in there. That's great. Olave's a fantastic wide receiver 3 or flex play. Obviously, he's going to be in there until Chase comes back, so that's good for you. I'd maybe try to trade Pierce and Najee for one slightly better running back. Who could that be? I don't know. I would say
Smitty, can I tell you my main concern?
Try and trade Najee and Pierce for Walker. Try and trade Najee and Pierce for Kamara. Najee and Pierce, something like that. What's your main concern?
That half my league is a grandma league and the other half is a shark league.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I don't know, bro. Try. Come to me with the offers that you got cooked up with Najee and Pierce.
The trade deadline passed.
Oh, well.
The trade deadline passed, so it's more of a set my lineup kind of thing, Smitty, and I'm, So I guess you push for Sean.
You just let me sit there giving you trade ideas, though, bro.
I shouldn't say. I said set my lineup. I'm sorry, my bad.
I spent like 2 or 3 minutes going over trade ideas. You're like, okay, what are we doing? What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? So
honestly, what are you doing? We're stretching out your entertainment value because you are the best ever, Smitty.
Oh, I do appreciate you, bro. But here, let me simplify this.
I know. No, but Chase, I have half my lineup is questionable and out and game time decision. It's like, coming out of the playoffs with all the, it's like, The best thing happened to me last night was Pitts was pretty much ruled out, and I finally got to drop Kyle Pitts. I hung out on him. I drafted him in the third round, and when it was like, he's done, he'll come back week 17, I'm like, well, we're done. So it felt, I want to pick him up again just so I can drop him again.
Part of me wonders if this is Denny not out and about.
No, this is,
like calm Denny.
Bill.
Okay. I thought maybe this was Denny calling in without being on Grandpa's cough medicine. But because you sound clear. Okay. So
this is
bro, what I'm going to tell you is simple. There's nothing else to tell you here, okay? You're not putting Jimmy G in unless Kyler's injured. If he's injured, then put him in, whatever. But Najee and Pierce, you're going to waver between these two. Olave is going to be replacing Chase. You're fine. There's nothing to even help you with on this. You got it. Take a deep breath. I know you're concerned, but you sound like you got a little anxiety with this fantasy football stuff. You got to enjoy it, bro. Enjoy the climb. Enjoy being down by 10 points going into a Monday night game. Start remembering why you got into this. Stop worrying and just take it day by day. Alrighty, pal.
I will, and I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. There's call back when you have a waiver wire question or something.
I also enjoy the anxiety, though. That's the fun.
Yeah.
Love you, Smitty. Smash that like button there, buddy.
Appreciate you. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, this is Carlos.
Carlos, let me ask you a question so I don't waste your and my time. Is your trade deadline passed?
No, it has not.
Okay.
It has not.
All right.
So, I'm in a full PPR league and one quarterback. I've got Burrow, Jamal Williams, Kenneth Walker, Devontae Adams, Olave, Schultz, and Waddle in my starting lineup.
Burrow.
And then,
say it again. Burrow, Jamal.
Burrow, Jamal, Walker, Adams, Olave, Schultz, and Waddle for the starters.
Kelsey and Waddle?
Schultz and Waddle.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then my bench is Fields, Aaron Jones, Kamara, White, Chase, Myers, Watson, and Hill.
You have Alvin Kamara?
Yes.
Why is he on your bench?
I liked the Jamal Williams against Buffalo better because he's been getting more goal line touches, and Kamara hasn't been performing the best these past couple of weeks, so I wasn't sure if I should start him.
Who do you have after Kamara?
I've got White, Chase, Myers, Watson, Taysom Hill.
Thanks for the gifts to everybody. Who was that? That boy sending out 5 exclusive memberships to the moon. You go, that boy. Appreciate you doing that. Looks like the lucky recipients were. Who were they? Lucky recipients were Champ, Charles, Tacos, Jaime. Appreciate you sending those out, my broski. Nice job. I don't know what to do here. I mean, you got to make a trade, man. You got to make a trade.
I know, because I just have too much talent on my bench, but I just wasn't sure how to pack it for something new.
Yeah. Can you trade? I still probably play. Like, I would sell Jamal on the high before I start considering him my running back. I'm putting Kamara on the bench for. Like, I get the matchup thing, but if you could sell Jamal and Fields to the QB hungry owner in your league, you almost got to do that.
Gotcha. But I will say, by the way, thank you for Walker, because I wouldn't have gotten him without you, and he's been a lifesaver. I'll tell you that much.
You bet. So let's go ahead. And real quickly, Baby wanted me to answer a super chat. I'm sorry. His question was Murray, Watson, running backs were Saquon, Walker, JT, Pacheco, Rashad White, tight end Dulcich. Do you think I should trade Lamb and Walker for Diggs, Monty, Walker has a tough playoff. Should I trade Lamb and Walker for Diggs and Monty? No, I would rather have Walker and Lamb over Diggs and Monty personally. I think Lamb is closer to Diggs than Monty is to Walker. I wouldn't blame you for the move, but I would not make that move. And then the last super chat, let me just get this one out of the way, bro. Hold on one second. Should I trade Pittman, Kmet, and White for Andrews? Pittman, Kmet, and Rashad White for Andrews. That's a tough one because I really like Rashad White. It depends on what Rashad White does. Obviously, we have to predict what's going to happen in making this trade. But I'd probably, if you have a lot of depth at running back, Michael, I think this could be a good move for you. Both of you are getting good value. White could be a league winner, or you could say Schultz is a league winner already, and I could understand you wanting to upgrade that tight end spot. So it kind of comes down to your team, but in general, I do love that move. Thank you, Baby Cow. Thank you, Michael Vaughn, for your super chats. Okay, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, so can you read the team off of the people that the team that needs a quarterback?
Yeah, let me get it pulled up real fast. Team that needs a quarterback. That would be the guy's got Jones to start. He's been riding the carousel this whole league, or this whole season. He's got Chubb, Pollard, Metcalf, Ayuk, Jeff Wilson, Foreman, Patterson, Stevenson.
Chubb, Pollard, Metcalf. Chubb, Pollard, Metcalf. Ayuk, who else?
Stevenson, Patterson, Ayuk. I think I said Wilson already.
Part of me wonders if you could trade him Jamal and Fields for Chubb.
He seems pretty set on Chubb. He drafted Chubb with his first pick and has not wanted to trade him. Chubb's his ride or die.
Yeah. That's tough, bro.
I just don't know, because most of the people in my league, this is an 8-man league with a couple Sharks, a couple Grandmas that don't play. But I think I kind of just have to sit and deal with what I got, since most people are holding on to their high value. They're not willing to split anything up.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to make a trade for ETN, and they told me either give me 2 of Waddle, Adams, or Chase. And that's a ripoff, so.
$25 hauler from Alex. I'm starting to get my conversion down. $4.99 conversion is I think it's $25. $25 hauler from my boy Jusio, Joe Mixon, Mike Evans, and Kittle for Mark Andrews and CMC. Joe Mixon, Mike Evans, and Kittle for Mark Andrews and CMC. I could get behind that. I like that. Smitty approved that. I could see both sides, but nice job. Appreciate you. I don't know what to tell you, bro. If you don't think anybody's gonna trade with you, like what good? I mean, I don't know. Like Kamara, like you can't trade Kamara, or you can't trade Jamal Williams. I want Kamara in your lineup. Kamara, Walker. I don't know. Maybe you just roll with what you got. You got the depth to win, bro.
Gotcha. I appreciate your time, Smitty.
Yeah.
You're the best, and rock on.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron. Another thing is Aaron Jones. Trade Aaron Jones and Waddle for like an Adams or a Diggs, or like,
okay,
go after JJ, bro. You should be able to get JJ for Aaron Jones and Waddle if the guy's like hurting. Like, is he hurting, or is he like really set? The JJ owner.
The problem, he's hurting, but he hasn't touched his team the entire
Yeah,
season.
see, I can't. There's only so much I can do if like people won't trade Chubb. Those guys aren't checking trades, but I mean, try your best. Like, try and get a hold of him and get his number, or email him, or something, bro. I don't know. Find him on Instagram.
Yeah.
But Waddle and Aaron Jones should get you, if you're hurting, your team's hurting, it should get you a JJ.
Okay. I'll do that.
All right, bro.
I'll keep that in mind. Smitty, take care.
All right, later. Smitty just made my rent in 20 seconds. That wasn't a $499 hauler, bro. Just so you know. Thank you. Appreciate you, Alex. You're the man. Your Highness. AJ Brown, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, or Higgins. Give me Amon-Ra Waddle is a wide receiver 1. I really want to flex Jeff Wilson Jr. I could obviously roll the 3 wide receivers, but Jeff Wilson Jr. versus Houston's too good. Henry, Walker are running back 1 and 2. I'm going with I'm on Ross St. Brown over Higgins, but that's me. And I appreciate you, Nick, for your super chat, my guy. Thank you very much. All right, phone lines are still open. Dial into the show. Oh, man, I swear some of you guys are so funny. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Yo.
Yo. Yep, I can hear you. What's up?
Yep. Yo, what's up, Smitty? I was wondering if I could list off my lineup for you and see if I can make any moves to the playoffs.
All right, hit me with it.
All right. Currently, I got Hurts, CMC.
Okay.
CMC, Mixon, AJ Brown.
Hurt CMC, and then you went into what? You went into your armpit and said it, and then came back out. Hurt CMC and who?
I got CMC,
Mixon. Okay.
Yep. AJ Brown.
Okay.
Chris Olave. Firemuth. D-Hop. Godwin. Jeff Wilson. Rashad White. And Pacheco. I had Goddard, but he's on IR. So I was wondering if I can make any moves for the playoff. One of the guys I was currently talking to, he has Etienne and Kelsey, and he's at the bottom of the list right now. So he's probably not making playoffs. So I was wondering if I can make any moves to get one of those from him.
So who's the player you want to get?
Either Kelsey or Etienne. Those are his best players, and that's all he's got now.
Kelsey, Etienne. So Kelsey, Etienne. Mixon is the first player that comes to mind. Mixon and Godwin for Etienne. Might even be a little much. You might even be able to get away with a little bit less. But Mixon and even like, you could even go Godwin and Jeff Wilson potentially for an Etienne.
I was thinking that.
And then that way
he actually made me an interesting offer yesterday. He
What
was
is it?
kind of desperate to win yesterday, so he offered me Etienne and Hollywood for D-Hop and Jeff Wilson. The problem was I kind of had to get my W that week too, so it's like
he offered you.
I wanted to take that trade, but
he offered you Etienne and what?
Etienne and Hollywood Brown
For who?
D-Hop and Jeff Wilson.
Oh. Well, I mean, D-Hop's really good too, but okay. Yeah, try and trade Godwin and Jeff Wilson, and then maybe you could trade Mixon for like Andrews and something, or I don't know. That would be pretty good move. You get Etienne into your lineup, Andrews into your lineup.
I tried Andrews. Oh, what did you say?
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Oh, I tried Andrews. That owner, he is a diehard Ravens fan. He won't move him unless you give him the world. So that's a no-go.
Okay. Mick. Okay, so the trade piece is hard. Don't trade Hurts. Don't trade CMC. Don't trade AJB. Don't trade Olave. Hopkins, I would trade under the right conditions, but
correct.
I probably would have.
I got pieces. It's just what do I do with them?
Yeah, I probably would have taken that Jeff Wilson and Hopkins for ETN, but that's me. Maybe you could still offer it to him. It's not horrible because they're both still very good, like the pieces you have. But I mean, you trade Mixon, you trade Hopkins, you trade Jeff Wilson, you trade Godwin, like just those combinations to try and get you like a Chubb or a Barkley or a JT. Mixon and Godwin for JT, Hopkins and what about Hopkins and Mixon for JJ? Or Jeff Wilson and Hopkins for just try all different combinations. Godwin and Mixon for JJ even.
All right, bet. Appreciate it, Smitty.
Yeah, man. All right, later. Next up is let's go with the fellow Arizona Arizonian.
Yo, Smitty, what up, man?
What's up, man?
Hey, out here in Arizona, bro, rapping, huh?
Yep, out here in Arizona, bro.
Hey, so I have a couple questions. So I got Herbert right now, and I know Herbert's kind of getting his whole team back.
Okay.
I just beat the guy who has Jalen Hurts, and he had a Hurts game, 24 points, and looked that good. Should I try to package Herbert and one more running back like James Conner and try to get hurt? That's pretty stacked squad right now.
Should you try to package who?
Herbert and like James Conner for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I would trade Herbert and Connor for Hurts. Hurts is steady, man.
Yeah, because I got Eckler, Walker, JT, Connor, and a couple other running backs, so I can kind of give up that running back depth, I think.
I would definitely rather have Hurts.
And what do you think for Andrews? Do you think like Schultz and I don't know, like Connor is fair trade for Andrews, or do you think Pratt's throwing a little bit more there?
Schultz and who?
Like if I have, because I have Connor, JT, Walker, and Pollard.
Yeah.
You think I should try to like trade Pollard right now to just because he's like on the hot streak?
No,
or?
I mean I think Pollard could continue, man. I don't think it's something I like look to deal, but if like let someone wanted to give you, if you want to give you Andrews straight up for Pollard, I'd probably take Andrews. But if you got to give up like Hawkinson and Pollard for Andrews, it starts getting a lot harder to say yes to that.
Yeah, because I think tight end and quarterback, I think, are the only two spots that I kind of need to upgrade right now. I think everything else I'm pretty set. So didn't know what I need for Andrews.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool, man. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Call back if you have another like significant offer on the table. All right. Next up is Laundry Matt Jack. Laundry Matt, what's up, my guy?
Smitty, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
Hey, just a couple waiver wire questions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if you like the Chiefs defense against the Rams over the Commanders defense against, I think it's Atlanta.
Let me double check that. Make sure you're correct. Just to make sure.
'Cause the Commanders just dropped 18 for me last week, and Atlanta just not looking great. But
yeah, they're at home too. They're at home, so this is versus, and then that Rams game. It's at KC.
yeah, so wondering which one you like more.
Think I'm
splitting hairs probably.
Yeah. I'm probably going to roll with against Mariota. I'm going to say the Washington Commanders are going to probably cause more chaos. You know?
I'm thinking that too. KC was projected more. I don't normally look at projections, but it was kind of like had me thinking just because the Rams look pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, let me look up Stafford real quick and just make sure. I mean, if Stafford, let's see.
Stafford throws a lot of picks too, so
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's opportunity. I feel like in both.
I'm just checking to make sure he's going to be good to go. If he's out, if Stafford's out week 12.
Definitely KC.
Yeah, definitely KC, but we'll have to play that by ear, but for now, yeah.
Okay, another question. So I do have Cam Akers and Kyron Williams on waivers. Would you put your priority on Kyron over Cam? Because I heard you say that, and so I just wanted to get a little more thoughts on that.
Kyron over Cam?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cam's not available in most leagues. So yeah, I did mention that if he was available, I still like kind of quietly prefer Kyron. But I feel like Cam's in the driver's seat for more carries, but Kyron's in the driver's seat for the PPR work. So is it PPR?
It's PPR, yeah.
What do you think, chat? Are we going with Cam, who looks more locked into the early down work, and then Kyron's the third down guy with opportunity to get a whole lot more of that work, though? I feel like Kyron's in a better position to steal away from Cam than Cam is to steal away from Kyron. I feel like Kyron's he's harder to replace because I mean, they can throw to Cam. Cam can still catch. But I just don't know that Cam doesn't have any explosion. And maybe it's starting to come back to him slowly but surely. And we are entering week 11, and he has been a total bust as predicted. I know complete stay away from me. But maybe he starts averaging more along the 4.3, 4.5, 4.6 yards per carry. It's tough to say. You know, he had 14 carries in this game. I see someone in the comments saying Cam has the keys. I don't think that's the case, Jesse. I don't think he's got the keys at all. I think it's a total committee. But Kyron's the third down back. He's the guy. They wanted to part ways with Cam. So while I wouldn't put it past McVay to like change his mind, go from not wanting the guy on the team to starting him, which is very weird. But Kyron averaged 5.1 yards per carry on his 7 carries. Kyron appears to be the guy they want to use on third down. I feel like Kyron is probably the player that I would roll with, but part of me wonders if you could get both of them by going after Cam first and then getting Kyron as well. Can you hold both of them or no?
Well, I'm last on waivers, so I think Kyron's a more realistic pickup for me. But I was wondering if by some chance Cam falls, if I should put him first in priority.
Bro, it's a catch-22. You're getting the guy that's looking like he's got more carries now, and that might be what you need right now. Or if this is more of a long game on the season, then Kyron's probably the bet. But could it backfire? Could Kyron broke his foot? He came back from it. He's back. He's healthy, but could he get hurt? He's a rookie. Certainly could get injured, and then we're back to just Cam Akers. Maybe they bring in a running back. I don't know Melvin Gordon. Who knows what they do? You know, so
I don't think any of them will probably start for me. Maybe just more of a trade piece.
Then I would.
Cam. I think I'll just do Cam.
Cam's got more trade value right now.
Yeah.
But if Kyron gets a hold of it, he's gonna be the new shiny toy. Cam's failed, so a lot of people don't want to go near him. You know. But right. If Kyron got in there, he hasn't failed yet. People will be excited about him. So it's tough to say who even has more trade value. Cam's the higher ranked one across the industry right now. Kyron's the sneakier PPR play. I don't think there's an answer, bro. Right. I wish I could force one for you, but
no worries. Another question. What's your philosophy on picking kickers, or do you have one?
Kicking is simple to me. You pick up the guy who's scoring the most amount of points. You draft the guy that's continuously scoring the most amount of points. You stop trying to play matchups when sometimes a matchup doesn't necessarily lead to a big kicking day. Sometimes a bad matchup leads to a big kicking day. I mean, there's so many different factors. Grab the guy scoring the most amount of points. It's the one position where you really kind of stay with your average, you know, a little more than these other positions. It's just so it's like, you know, people ask me, should I pick up so-and-so and so-and-so? I literally, when someone asks me a quick kicker question, I go to my kicker rankings, I see who's scoring more, and I tell them. You know, like that's all it is. There's nothing more to it. I mean, you can't, there's no like, oh, his talent's so good, he's going to get on the field and break off a 40, 50-yard run. It's not that way for kickers. Kickers they're at the mercy of the offense, and the only thing you have is the trending, and the trending's pretty powerful by 10 weeks in, 11 weeks in, 12 weeks in. I mean, you kind of know what we're dealing with, you know?
Yeah, and how do you feel about, I lost Kyle Pitts for a backup.
All right, last one, Laundromat. I got to let you go after this one. Go ahead.
Okay, like a Juwan Johnson, Taysom Hill, Evan Ingram, Noah Fant. Who do you like as a kind of backup tight end for Pitts?
Juwan Johnson, who?
Taysom Hill's available, Noah Fant, Evan Ingram, Isaiah Likely, Kate Otton's there.
I mean, I think Juwan's safer. I think Taysom Hill's higher risk, higher reward. And the word that I'm hearing is that they do want to use Taysom moving forward like they're using him right now, which was 9 carries for like 40-something yards. He's in there rotating on the first drive with the Red Rocket at quarterback. So they may just like shove him into the lineup for a series as QB, not even just to run the ball, but like wildcat that stuff. So I still like Taysom. I know he can crap the bed, but so can every tight end. So give me Taysom. All right, man. I gotta let you go, Laundromat.
Thank you.
Later. All right, Spiffy, you're up.
Let's go.
What's up, Spiffy?
Yeah, so I know I told you about.
Whoa! I just added a caller, and you're loud. You might be taking Laundromat Part 2 nickname.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
How's this?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Spiffy.
All right, cool. Yeah, so I just wanted to know if there's any. I know I messaged you in reference to any waiver wire pickups I should probably do, and you mentioned, I believe you said, James Cook as the only one that's a very viable option.
Yeah.
Long term. Now, how do you feel about DeMarcus Robinson?
He's all right. He's okay.
Now, is he worth the waiver?
Over Cook, no.
Over Cook, no.
No.
All right. Yes, I think Cook is probably the best bet.
Yeah, he's the most likely. Yeah, he's the only player you showed me on the text line. This guy's got the text line over at thefantasyfootballshow.com.
So do you think it's worth going for the waiver? Because I'm in a rotational waiver lineup. So do you think it's worth losing the number 2 spot to get him, or you think it's not worth it?
I mean, what do you expect to happen in weeks 12, 13? Like, do people cut anybody? Does anybody cut anybody good in your league?
I mean, the only player that I can think that got cut recently was Darrell Henderson. I mean, but this was like 2 weeks ago. Now I know he got cut today, but back then, like I thought, man,
twice.
Darrell Henderson, you know.
Spiffy, I'm gonna tell you, go get Cook. Go get Cook. Why wait? Why wait? What's gonna happen in week 14, 15? Probably nothing, man. Like that, I would probably use my waiver claim on James Cook. Does anybody disagree with me in the chat? I mean, I think at this point, you got an opportunity to get a player that could potentially be his team starter in a week or two or whatever. Could potentially. I'm not saying he will. Singletary's balling out a little bit. He usually does at the end of a year. But I've noticed that the Buffalo Bills tend to run the ball more in the second half of the season or the final 7-8 games because of the cold weather potentially, to save Josh Allen a little bit walking into the playoffs.
I did not think about that portion.
They're running the ball a little more. They did it last year. So
yeah, it gets cold over there. They probably tend to run the ball a lot more. Sure. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. What are we thinking here?
Yeah.
What are we thinking
Are
here?
you asking the chat or me?
The chat. I'm waiting for the chat to answer. I mean, use the waiver claim on Cook, right? What else is he going to do? There's nobody on the waiver wire.
Yeah, it's pretty barren.
Would love for my opponent to use him. Someone will get hurt or something. David says no. Joshua says go get Cook.
There's someone there that says no?
Hey, I'm not saying he's great. I'm just saying there's nobody. I don't think Latavius Murray's on his waiver wire, Garrett.
Yeah, he's not. No, we're not. That would have been,
Yeah, I mean his waiver wire weekly is really, really, really thin.
Yeah.
Can you list everybody that's available? The top guys, wide receivers and running backs. Go.
Gotcha. All right. So I have Samaje Perine. I got Chuba Hubbard.
Perine's okay. Hold on one second. Perine's okay, but it is a 1 week thing.
Yeah, it's like a rental.
I don't know. Yeah. I like that if you need it this week, but Perine's probably not gonna. I mean, they are throwing to him more. He's getting some work, but I think Cook has a better shot at maybe getting more work. So I'm gonna say no. Okay, keep going.
Chuba, McKenzie. I got Chase Edmonds, Pierce from Indianapolis, Adam Pierce. Gainwell.
I like Gainwell.
Jameson Williams from Detroit. Jarvis Landry.
You know what I would do?
Matt Paul.
You know what I would do?
Yeah.
I would save your waiver claim and I'd pick up after they go through. I'd pick up Gainwell because I kind of like him as well. He's similar to Cook. Cook's not starting for you right now. You're not consistent enough. But there's Gainwell. But Gainwell could get in there. I kind of like Gainwell. I like Gainwell as much as I like Cook, and I don't think anybody's picking up Gainwell. So I'd probably save my waiver claim, get a guy that's very similar to Cook and Gainwell, get him for free, and then hold your waiver claim.
Gotcha. And I'll probably drop Duvernay if that's the case. Or do you think I should drop Deion Jackson or Clyde? I'm also considering dropping Clyde.
I'd probably drop Deion.
Deion?
Yeah, you don't have JT, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I'd drop Deion.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll probably drop Deion then.
All right, bro.
All right. By the way, how do you feel about my team after that trade?
I like your team. I think you did good. C. Patterson, for those that don't know, he finally traded one of his tight ends. He got Cordero Patterson. For Kyle Pitts.
Let's go!
It took Spiffy 11 weeks to get out of his drafting Kyle Pitts in round 3 and Kelsey in round 2 debacle. But he finally broke free from it. The only problem is he didn't start Cordero Patterson. So start him moving forward. You work that.
Timing though,
Yeah. All right, bro. Thanks, Spiffy.
All right. Thanks, Mitty.
Yep. Bye.
Appreciate it.
Oh man, Spiffy finally got rid of his tight ends. He got rid of one of them. I got 2 callers on the phone. What are your names?
Man, I'm Clayton.
Clayton and who?
Garrett.
Okay, let's go with Garrett first. Garrett, what can I help you with?
Just looking for trade suggestions. I'm in a 10-team double flex league.
Okay. Hit me with it.
QB, Josh Allen, running backs, CMC, Kenneth Walker, Jamal Williams, and Rashad White. Wide receivers, Diggs, A.J. Brown, Mike Williams, Christian Watson, and then tight end Kelsey.
Okay. So Josh Allen,
Just trying to see
Josh Allen, CMC, Walker, Jamal, Diggs, AJ Brown. Very good team, bro. Very good team. Don't touch Allen. Don't touch CMC. Don't touch Walker. Don't touch Diggs. Don't touch AJB susceptible. We'll put him with like a broken box around him, like where you kind of like him, but and then Kelsey. Don't trade Kelsey. I mean, CMC, Allen, Diggs, and Kelsey and Walker alone carries you, bro. You have no. The only move to make is to trade potentially Jamal or Christian Watson or Rashad White with AJ Brown to upgrade AJ Brown into like a JJ. To trade maybe Watson and Jamal together to upgrade Jamal or Watson to get one better player, to get a Mike Evans using Jamal and Christian Watson, to get a Lamb, to get a running back that could, I don't even know what running back at this point would be around that value. It's pretty hard to pick one. So Watson and Jamal, that would be a running back, in my opinion, that would be around the, I don't think you could get an ETN or anything like that, but like maybe a Jacobs, maybe an Aaron Jones, maybe. I mean, I don't think you could get. We're talking about Watson and Jamal. I don't think you're getting anything like that, but you might be able to go wide receiver shopping and get like a Lamb or get somebody that's a nice like late second round type of value. Past that, bro, there's nothing to do here. This is a phenomenal team. I think you're gonna walk in with a vengeance, bro.
So, just one more question. What do you think about AJ Brown, Waddle, and CeeDee Lamb, like rest of the season? Who do you think will be the best?
AJ Brown, Waddle, CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, because I've got trade offers kind of.
I
know both of those people would trade me them and maybe a small piece for AJ Brown, but I haven't said yes to it yet.
I'd probably say Waddle over AJB, maybe. What does the chat think? Are we doing Waddle? Waddle is the number 1, CeeDee Lamb is the 2, AJ Brown is the 3. If we're ranking these 3 wide receivers, can you rank them in the chat for me? I'm kind of feeling like Waddle's like top. What is he, number 6 right now? number 6 or number 7. Waddle's having, I mean, I'm not saying quiet year because we know he's been doing it, but like kind of surprising when you look at leaderboards each week and you're like, Waddle's just, he's always like in that, lingering in that top like 6. Let's see here. Wide receivers, Waddle's he's number 6, man, and Waddle is a must start. Waddle, CD Brown, Waddle, Brown, Lamb, Waddle, Lamb, Brown, Waddle, Brown, Lamb, Waddle. So Waddle is the consensus. Like if you could trade AJ Brown for Waddle and give up like a Christian Watson, I'd do it. Would I give up Jamal? I don't know about that. Maybe.
No, the guy who owns Waddle said he'd give me something else for AJ.
I would give you something. Do it, bro. I'd do it. I like AJB, but he can be up and down, and he's got knee injuries, concerns that like never really are going to go away. I take Waddle.
Thanks, Smitty. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. All right, next caller, Clayton.
Yo, how's it going, man?
What's up, Clayton?
Hey, man. So I got a couple running backs. Well, I got a lot of running backs. I just need to pick 3. You know,
Okay.
2 in the running back slot and then the flex. So I got Jonathan Taylor, Rashad White, Williams, and Swift. So I have the Lions running backs. I got Dameon Pierce, Brian Robinson. Which 3 do I start?
Jamal, Swift, Pierce, and Robinson?
And Jonathan Taylor and Rashad White. Yep.
Okay, so you have to start how many?
3.
Okay. So I would go with JT, obviously. I'm going to go with Rashad White this week. I feel like you kind of have to go Jamal until he proves us wrong. I want to go Pierce. I want to go Swift.
Exactly what I have.
I just don't know how you can do anything else right now. You'd be kicking yourself if you put Jamal down again and he had another 2 TDs and 40 yards. And you're just like, they just want to feed him touchdowns. You know, that's all they want to do. And I don't know if you saw the pep talk after the game, but you know, it was nonstop. We ran the ball. Like they want to run the ball. They want to run the ball bad. That might.
It is painful to bench Pierce and Swift. It just feels off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But okay. So I don't want to waste any time, but I do have another league where I got a flex question. I got Singletary or Stevenson.
I'm gonna go Stevenson
or
for.
Rashad White, actually.
I'll go Rashad White. I'll probably go Rashad White. I'd be tempted to go Stevenson though, but let's address that later in the week.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Later.
All right. Next caller. You are up. Identify yourself.
Identify yourself.
Hey, it's Fred.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Smitty? So I just had a quick question about what to do with Dameon Pierce with my team. If you're waiting for me to read it out.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So I have Justin Fields, CMC, Dameon Pierce, D-Hop, Mike Evans, Jonathan Taylor, and then on my bench, I have Allen Robinson, Elijah Mitchell.
Hold on 1 second. I got JT, I got Evans, I got Hopkins, I got Pierce, I got CMC, Fields. Who else?
And Justin Fields.
Okay. So Fields, CMC, Pierce, JT, Hopkins, Mike Evans. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
And then bench Elijah Mitchell and Odell.
Odell. Okay. All right. What can I help you with on this team?
So I'm trying to decide if I should go ahead and get rid of Pierce. With the injury with Fields, I'm trying to decide if I want to try to snag a Trevor Lawrence with it, or if I should go and try to get a receiver since D-Hop has a bye week coming up.
Yeah. So if you're trying to trade Pierce, that's your goal.
I'm at you. What are your thoughts on it? And if you do agree with trading, what would you go for?
I'm not trading JT. I'm not trading CMC. I'm definitely interested in trading Pierce. I'm definitely okay with trading Hopkins or holding him. I kind of like Mike Evans. I don't think you get enough from Mike Evans to trade him. Out of course, trade Fields if need be. If you can get into a safer vehicle like Hurts or something like that. But JT, this is a great team. If you're going to trade these two away for like an Adams or a Diggs or a JJ, it's possible. Hopkins and Pierce. If you're able to trade Pierce straight up for a St. Brown, something like that, I'm okay with. JT and CMC are all you really need at wide receiver. So the Pierce for player could be there for a running back or a wide receiver, or Pierce and Hopkins could be for a running back or a wide receiver. Who's making all that rustling noise in the background? It sounds like you're crumbling a paper, doing a hit or something, a bong hit. Like, what's going on?
Was that me?
No, someone else. Do we have to call you Laundromat Jack number 2? All right. Okay, so go try those trades. I think you'll be good on that. Who's your tight end?
I just had Kyle Pitts. I'm trying to pick up Njoku in the morning.
Hopkins for Andrews, potentially. Pierce for Andrews. I do Pierce for Andrews.
Pierce for Andrews. I do in my league has a Ravens fetish, so he's not giving them up.
I got you. All right, bro. Well, call me back when you got tangible ideas, but that should get you going. Don't trade those other guys. CMC, JT, Fields, man. That's great. All right, man. Later. All right, I got 2 people on the phone. Let's go with the noisy one. Who am I talking to? I think he left. I don't know why he left. All right, let's go with the quiet one. You're up. You're live.
Hello?
Hello? What's up?
What's up? So I just had a question on my lineup. So I'm struggling at the RB2 position right now. I have Deontay Foreman. But my lineup right now is looking like Justin Fields, Eckler, Foreman, Stephon Diggs, and then at wide receiver 2 I have Joshua Palmer right now. But that's just awaiting the comeback of Mike Williams. Then I also have Hopkinson at tight end. And then at flex, I would normally have Marquise Brown. But right now I'm rocking Tyler Boyd until Jamar Chase comes back. And then my bench is just a bunch of running back handcuffs, like Elijah Mitchell, Madison. I have Duvernay, Beckham, Watson. Just kind of wondering what you would do if you were me.
Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and wipe your feet at the door.
Hit that subscribe button, people. We got how many people are in here? We've got 230 to 250 people popping in and out, and we have 122 thumbs up. Whoever that was that called earlier that was very, very loud, I didn't want you to leave. I'm just messing with you, kind of. But call back so we can help you. You know, that's what I'm here for. So I work for you. Even the noisy ones, I work for you. Okay, so the question is, what do you do? Are you trying to trade? Like you're trying to make a trade? Divide and conquer? What are we doing here?
Yeah, so I'm just kind of wanted to see what you would do if you were me. I know. Well, so I'm 8-3. So I'm not too worried about not making the playoffs right now. I've been just watching your videos, picking up a bunch of people off the waivers and dealing with stuff like that. But what would you do? Would you try to get rid of Diggs for maybe like 3 studs pair with Foreman? Eckler with Foreman, try to get like 3 studs that way. I just kind of don't want to go into the fantasy playoffs with Foreman at my RB2.
I mean, you're gonna have to like either trade Foreman and Hollywood for one better player, and you just go a little light at your flex or whatever, and try and pick up some other guys that are going to be a little light at the flex spot for you. You're going to feel light But it's like, what do you do? Foreman and what? Foreman and Hollywood for Evans? Like try something like that. Lamb.
So there is one guy in my league that's extremely stacked. If I could get a trade going for Diggs and Foreman, and I could grab CD, Amon, and ETN, possibly, maybe not Amon and someone lower, but ETN and CD with maybe like an Olave in there.
Yeah, you smash that. So what you're saying, what you're saying is you can take advantage of a buddy or a grandma, and get Diggs and turn them into ETN and a St. Brown or ETN and a Lamb, and maybe even get more. End of friendship over this. By all means, bro. Test your friendships.
I'm just because his team's stacked, so I know he definitely wants Diggs.
Do it. Do it.
Okay, well, do that.
Yeah, either one of those. I mean, try and really, try and get St. Brown too.
Yeah, no, I have St. Brown in my other league.
Throw Palmer in.
Want him in this one.
Throw Palmer in. Palmer and Diggs. Palmer, Diggs, and Mike Williams, and then get those three.
Palmer, Diggs, and Mike Williams. All right, word. That sounds good.
All right, bro. Appreciate you. Later.
All right, appreciate that. Have a good one.
All right, I got Rock Out, Alex Cruz, and then an unknown caller on. Unknown caller, identify yourself. Identify yourself.
Hey, what's up, City? This is Lucas.
Lucas, what can I help you with?
So I have a quick question. Can I read you my team real quick and let you know if I should do this trade?
Yes, sir. Are you the guy that made all the noise earlier? I'm trying to get that guy to call back.
Oh, no, that wasn't me.
Okay. Whoever I just added, if you can mute yourself, please, until we get to you. Appreciate it. All right. Current caller, go ahead with your team again.
Okay, so I have Josh Allen, Aaron Jones,
okay,
ETN, AJ Brown, Jamar Chase, Greg Dulcich, Rashad White, Stevenson, Dameon Pierce, Burks, and Pickens.
Rashad White, Stevenson, and who?
Pierce, Burks, and Pickens.
Dameon Pierce?
Yes, sir.
Nice. I mean, that's a nice bench player. Even though we're worried about him, it's still a good bench player.
Yeah. So I got offered D-Hop and Dallas Goedert for AJ Brown, for my AJ Brown.
D-Hop.
If I should take that. D-Hop and Goddard.
I mean, Goddard's not. We don't know what's going to happen with Goddard. No, and AJ Brown's going to have Hollywood Brown taken from him. I'd rather have AJ Brown than Hollywood than Hopkins, I think, right now. So no.
All right. Yeah, I was trying to trade Pierce for like a Mark Andrews, but then he's not trading nobody. So it's going to take the chance on Goddard, but.
That boy gifted 5 more memberships.
To the moon.
Thank you, that boy, for doing that. Appreciate that. We got Lee, TKO, Vom, David, Arik with an A, getting a YouTube exclusive membership from our boy, that boy. You guys can join me the last half hour of Sunday morning and get exclusive help. So nice job, pal. Bro, your best trade options are, you have Aaron. Is it Aaron Jones?
Yes.
So I don't love Aaron Jones. I like everything else you got going on here. Pierce and Aaron Jones are the guys I'm trying to probably deal. Would I trade AJB in one of them? I certainly would, but I'd have to be getting a big gun back. Past that, I'm trying to. What?
Do you think I could get like a JJ for Pierce and AJ Brown?
Yeah, I was gonna say that next. JJ would be a good go get. Aaron Jones, like the problem if you trade Aaron Jones is if you don't get a running back, then you got to throw Stevenson in. But I wouldn't be opposed to trading like Aaron Jones and Stevenson for a JJ or something, and then trying to figure out put Pierce into your lineup, like something like that. But just make sure you're left with 2 RBs, I guess. But I think Pierce and AJ Brown for JJ would be interesting. I don't know that most people wouldn't take that, but you never know what that owner is going through. I love the idea of trading Pierce for Mark Andrews. I think that's a great move for you.
Well, all right, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Later. Rock Out and Alex Cruz, you're next. Let me just read these super chats real quick. My little T turned up last week. Thanks, Smitty. Brian, that's our boy Brian. His little T ended up working out. Saquon Barkley, Boyd for Walker, Gabe Davis. I'd take Walker and Gabe Davis, but that's me. Zeke for Stevenson. I'd rather have Stevenson by a mile. This one's from Ken. Ken says, "Are we off the Swift looking to buy him?" I would buy Swift, but I'd also want to trade him in a package deal. He's a buy and a sell. Some players float in both those categories because if you own them, you want to get something before the value tanks further, or you invested so much your team's hurting because you invested so much. But people that don't own him could come in and scoop him up for a low-end flex value, and I like that. I do like that. Standard League, Week 12, pick 3, ETN, Aaron Jones, Pollard, Jamal, and Jeff Wilson. I'm going ETN, probably ETN, Pollard, and God, Alex and Rock Out. Are you starting Pollard? Rank these 3 running backs for me: Pollard, Jamal, and Jeff Wilson Jr. Pollard, Jamal, and Jeff Wilson Jr. Alex, start with you.
Without knowing the matchup, you said Pollard, Jeff Wilson Jr.
and Jamal.
Who else?
Jamal.
Pollard would be 1. Then probably Jamal, then Jeff Wilson.
Jamal's at home versus Buffalo on Thanksgiving. Pollard's at home versus the Giants on Thanksgiving. And then who's the other one I'm forgetting now? Jeff Wilson Jr., right? Yeah, he's at home versus the Saints on Sunday afternoon.
I thought he played Houston. Don't they play Houston?
No, Houston is playing at Miami. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. I was looking at the Niners. My brain associated Jeff Wilson with the Niners when I was glancing at that. You're right. Jeff Wilson's at home versus the Texans. My bad. That's a good matchup.
Man, that's
a
great matchup.
Rock Out. What are you doing, Rock Out? Are you picking Jeff Wilson Jr.? Pollard at home versus the Giants on Turkey Day. Jamal Williams at home versus the Bills on Turkey Day. What are we doing?
Pollard, Wilson, Jamal.
Pollard, Wilson, Jamal. It's so hard to sit Jamal.
Same.
Yeah, I might do that too. I think that's you got a lot of people there AV ranking that. So I mean, trust your gut.
If you look at it, Jamal didn't get that many yards. He
didn't
get a lot of yardage.
It's touchdowns.
Scored 3 touchdowns. If you scored 3 touchdowns again, then
literally at the goal line.
They love running the ball though, but yeah, I agree with you guys. Rock Out, what do you got for me tonight?
I need you to be a miracle worker.
Let's do it. And by the way, Robbie, I'll get to you next. Okay, Rock Out, let's go.
I'll give you my team.
Hit me.
I got Kirk Cousins, Swift, Kamara, A.J. Brown, Chris Olave, Schultz, Pacheco, Zay Jones, Allen Robinson, Brian Robinson, Kyren Williams, Jahan Dotson, Nico Collins, and Warren.
I had Olave, Schultz, Pacheco, Zay Jones. Who else am I missing? A.J. Brown, Olave, Schultz, Pacheco, Zay Jones. Who did you say that I missed?
Allen Robinson, Brian Robinson, Kyren Williams, Jahan Dotson, Warren, and Nico Collins.
Okay. So what do we need to work a miracle on?
Basically my flexes.
So your starters are Swift and Kamara, AJB and Olave, Schultz is your tight end, Cousins is your quarterback, and then you've got 2 flexes after that?
Yeah.
Pacheco, and probably B-Rob, I guess. I mean, A-Rob's okay. Kyron's okay. Collins is okay. B-Rob is okay as long as he's healthy and everything. Let me pull up news on him just to make sure.
What's your thoughts on Burks?
I mean, I like Burks a little bit, but I think he needs to prove it to me before I start starting him over players that are getting like Brian Robinson ran the ball 15 times. Granted, he's getting 3.3 to 3.8 yards per carry on average through the whole season. He's averaging 3.4 yards per carry. That is awful. That's dreadful. But it's not really his fault. He's running hard, but he just isn't finding any room. He's getting hit behind the line of scrimmage. But 26 carries the week before, 15 carries last week, 13 the week before that, 3 weeks ago. 20 carries, 17 carries. He's getting volume. And, I mean, honestly, that's all you can really ask for. He had a touchdown 2 games ago. I'd probably go with Brian Williams, but they aren't great options, I'm not going to lie. Like, Pacheco's good, but the last one is tough. Kyron's okay.
Would you rather have Burks or Collins?
Probably rather a Burks, I guess, at this point. He feels like he's on the rise a little bit. You know, Collins, I feel like his offense is a little less potent, vertically.
And would you take a dab at James Cook?
I suppose. I don't know who I'd drop, though. Maybe Zay. Drop Zay.
And would you stream Garoppolo or Derek Carr this week?
Carr. I understand the appeal of Garoppolo because the weapons are massive, and look what they do. They take 5-yard pass, 70 yards. But I don't know that you can count on that. I mean, this is one game where Shanahan was able to get Jimmy G to throw touchdown passes. Jimmy G wasn't throwing touchdown passes. He happened to throw a bunch against the Cardinals. Cardinals were beat up. They got worn down on defense. I mean, let's not get too excited about Jimmy G when the Cardinals were holding him and then the offense sucked and then the Cardinals eventually just gave up on defense and they just couldn't even tackle at the end of the game. That last Kittle touchdown is the worst tackling I've ever seen in my life.
I agree, Smitty. I'm so mad about that.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, that isn't the Niners.
I'm off 2 weeks because of that.
Yeah, that wasn't like the Niners are just so dominant that
didn't even try to tackle him.
The Cardinals are
He didn't
just.
even try.
Yeah, it was a pitiful
Defender was
performance.
flying in slow motion, and he went by.
Yeah, I mean we didn't.
I'm off because of that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Alex, what can I help you with?
Oh, you just reminded me of that. Oh my god, that was horrible. So I got a question for you. What do you think of Derrick Henry? Do you think he could be the running back one? I mean, look at his schedule. Do you think he could be the RB1 going forward?
Could he be? Sure. Could he be? Absolutely could be. Look, I'm all about adjusting and adapting. I never hang on, I never dig my heels in or try and just stick to a point because I said it so much in the offseason or whatever. I will say that Henry, while on the field, will continue to dominate. I just can't. I mean, remember last year when I said he'd go down by double-digit weeks, and I looked so wrong right up till double-digit weeks, and then he went down. I'm not saying we're entering week 12 now. We don't have a lot of time left. Every week that goes by, I'm less and less concerned because there's such little time left, for him to get hurt. But it would not shock me if Henry did end up, just his body end up breaking down because the workload's so massive. I know he's built different, but he's so big. Every time he hits the ground, it's harder on his body than if you or I hit the ground, or if Jamal Williams hits the ground, or if Kenneth Walker hits the ground. When Derrick Henry hits the ground, that's a lot of weight, It's like put on a backpack full of weights, jump up and down and hit the ground over and over. Tell me if it's harder than doing it. It's an insane amount of weight. So could this be a thing where he goes all the way up to week 14, absolutely dominating. Week 12, week 13, he might even dominate week 14, and then he craps the bed in week 15 and 16 and 17. I mean, I don't know. I would not bank on him getting hurt. I'm just saying I still don't feel comfortable with the amount of miles that he's putting on at his age, at his size. But if he stays healthy, absolutely could be the number one. I mean, he's playing very well. Like, he started off kind of spotty, but he's been playing really, really well. I could easily see him being the running back one if he stayed healthy, but I still struggle with the fact that this mileage is bigger than anything we've ever seen in a small window of time.
But, Smitty, you don't, let me try to just play devil's advocate, right? Like, he's not a guy who shows up on the injury report very often, right? And it's not like he's Swift out there. And it's not like, could you say that injury last year, broken foot, it's not like a hamstring.
Yeah, but you can't, the thing about injuries like that, like broken feet, like things like that, like your body is much more vulnerable. Like, he may have not broken his foot on that play had he been a younger, sprier Derrick Henry. Like, his body and even like the foot bones, everything is in a more susceptible state because of the wear and tear mileage. You know what I mean? You can't just say, oh, he broke his foot. That wouldn't happen. That could happen to any. No, I mean, it could have, but he could also have his foot stepped on 100 different times that same way and it not break when he's younger, not worn down, broken down, player. He is on the verge of just absolute. I mean, he could be that one guy we talk about, like Adrian Peterson coming back and having a 2,000-yard season off of an ACL tear. We haven't seen that again. We probably never will again. And that was an anomaly. This could be an anomaly where he has this one more elite year, but I don't think he can do it a second year after this year, but I think he's certainly capable of you don't even need to play devil's advocate. I'm telling you right now, I could see it happening either way. I could see him coming out and literally doing it for week 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and week 17. 6 more games. It's not that much time. And what happens if he starts to slow, but he can fall in the end zone a couple times in 2 of those games? Then you don't even really notice. And, could I see it all playing out perfectly? I could. But I could also see him leaving you hanging in week number 15, 16, and 17. But we'll see. He's absolutely phenomenal. I don't want anybody to take away that I don't love Derrick Henry. And just in my defense of Henry, I was probably the highest analyst on the face of the earth on Henry before he broke out. My first Instagram post, I sent this to Ron Navy. It's kind of an embarrassing clip. It was when I first started on Instagram, and I sent it to Ron Navy, and I can play it for you. It's really kind of hilarious. Let me find it. But nobody was high on Derrick Henry. And I don't think people remember that he was in the league a while before he finally was able to learn how to shed tacklers and get that step. He's such a big guy. Hitting the hole for him was really, really hard. And so it took him a long time to beat out guys like Dion Lewis and DeMarco Murray.
I remember he got benched for Dion Lewis.
He got benched, and so after he got benched, I put out a video. It was one of my first Instagram posts ever when I started doing video on IG. I'll play it for you here. It's pretty hilarious. So I want people to understand my doubt for Henry is not like it's always been there. I've loved Henry, man. I've loved Henry for a long time. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know where it is. I sent it to Ron Navy. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. So listen to this. This is hilarious.
Someone asked me today, what player comes to mind as far as like a rags to riches player, a player that can go from a flex or running back 3 or running back 4 type of area all the way up to being a top 5 to 10 running back moving forward. And the one player that comes to mind is Derrick Henry. I think Derrick Henry had that appeal heading into the 2018 fantasy football season until the Tennessee Titans acquired Dion Lewis. And I think that everybody's kind of forgetting the upside that he has if he's getting starter carries. Now, will he is tough to say. That's what makes him kind of a risk in entering the next few weeks. But I think that of any player in the entire league, He is one guy I would not drop or recommend dropping in a redraft.
So first of all, hey, my name is Smitty. I'm really I look nervous, and I feel like I've never spoken public before. Like that's a hilarious video when I watch it. Like what am I doing? But second of all, this is when he was getting dropped left and right, and I was asked who is the biggest rags to riches player that can win a league, and that was my guy. So I just want people to know, like, I've been a Derrick Henry supporter before. I think most analysts even liked him. He was droppable. But the mileage is insane. That was how long ago was this? This was December 6th of 2018. It's been a while. He has a lot. Here. Dear mom, please get the meatloaf ready. I'm going to read this Derrick Henry thing as if I'm reading a script verbatim. My name is Smitty. I like Derrick Henry. All right, gentlemen. Do we have another caller on hold? Oh, this poor guy's been sitting there for like 30 minutes. Who is it?
I was just waiting my turn. I was the one that was loud. I didn't really know how it was working.
Hey, bro. So you're the one that hung up. I said, what's wrong? And you hung up. Is that right?
No, I didn't hear that. I didn't even realize you could hear me because my first time calling, I didn't know I had to mute myself all that. Then I figured it out. I was like, well, give me a minute. I'm going to just finish eating.
Oh, but you're not the guy that hung up earlier that was loud. I was trying to get him back on. I didn't want him to hang up. Was that you? Or
Nah, that was me. That was me.
Okay, I apologize. I didn't want you to think I was mad at you, bro. Okay, what can we help you with?
No, I didn't.
I didn't, bro. All three of us are going to help you right now to make up for it. What can we do for you? Tell me.
Yeah, let's do it. So I'm in a 12-man PPR with my homies and half PPR. Sorry. Let me read it out. Let me read out the squad for you real quick. Joe Burrow, Sanders, Pollard, Keenan, Ayuk.
Hold on 1 second. Sanders, Pollard, Keenan, Ayuk. Okay.
Schultz. I got Pacheco, Waddle, London, Wanda Robinson. I'm about to drop today.
You have Waddle?
Gerald Everett.
You have Waddle?
Yeah, I have Waddle, and I have Jamar Chase.
Okay.
But it's crazy timing because it's funny because you just went on a whole rant about Derrick Henry. So I had Derrick Henry last year, and he balled out, right, first like 9 weeks. I ended up still winning the league, but this year, again, I drafted him, but I traded him week 2. I traded him Derrick Henry, and I also had Devo. I traded Derrick Henry and Devo in week 2 for Jamar Chase, Sanders, and Montgomery. Because I really wanted that Jamar Chase and Burrow stack, and it was pretty ballsy. It was risky as fuck. Everybody was like, "Nah, don't do it." But I knew Derrick Henry. I had a feeling something was gonna happen, but he completely proved me wrong. And it feels like shit, but it is what it is. My team's still doing fine.
Watch your language, pal. You're gonna demonetize the video. I have a strict rule where if people swear, I block their number and they never call again. So you're skating by on this one.
Sorry, buddy.
All right. That rule is going forward. No matter who it is, you call up and you do it. You hang up and block. So just letting everybody know. Okay, it's not about me. I swear I cuss like a sailor, but it's about the monetization of it. Okay, so
no problem. No problem. I respect that.
Yeah. So, bro, man, I don't know what to tell you on this. You have Waddle, Jamar Chase, Sanders. This is gonna be a tough couple. Like, what's your record? Are you in the playoffs?
Yeah. I'm doing fine. I'm in the playoffs. I'm 7-4. I'm pretty locked in, and basically at this point, I just want to see what kind of final lineup can I be excited about.
Can you trade?
Towards the playoff run. Trades right now are not looking that great. I've been trying to shop around. I haven't really loved anything. So if you have any glaring ideas that you can help me out with, I would love to hear it. Oh
man, this is tough because I feel like the only two big guns you have are Burrow and Jamar Chase and Waddle, or 3 guns: Burrow, Chase, and Burrow, Waddle, and Jamar Chase. Those are 3 really good players, though.
Right.
If Pollard can ball out,
I kind of put my eggs on I kind of put my eggs on that Jamar Chase Burrow stack. That's what I really betted on this year, pretty much.
Yeah, this is a tough one, bro. You guys got any ideas, Alex and Rock Out? I don't really know what to do here. I feel like you gotta just hope that Pollard and Sanders like ball out or something. I mean, I've seen teams like this win before, but
I have Montgomery also.
Monty. I'll
Oh
try.
yeah. So, who am I starting at the 2 running back positions? Because I'm leaning towards starting Keenan, Chase, and Waddle towards them.
Yeah, I mean, when Chase is back, you're gonna start those guys. But like Ayuk and Monty, Sanders and Ayuk, Sanders and Monty, I'm trying to trade those guys.
Yeah.
If you can still trade. I would give up Ayuk and Sanders, Ayuk and Monty. I give up all 3 for one player, man. You know,
What kind of value do you think they have? Or what kind of player do you think?
Ayuk.
I mean, take a look at, ETN. Like, he just had a 10-point game and he went on bye. Take a shot and see.
Yeah.
The corners willing to
Pierce.
Yeah, you might want to take a gamble on Pierce, man. Like, I know Pierce is on the down, like Swift. Maybe you get Swift and Pierce, put them in the line. Then all of a sudden you got Chase, Waddle, Swift, Pierce, Burrow. Like, I'm not saying I love these options for you. Najee Harris. Yeah, like, I'm just being real with you. I don't think this team's going to win the amount of games in a row that you've got to win and get lucky and walk into the Super Bowl and win it all. I think if you get some guys like Swift and Najee and you don't touch Waddle and Chase and Burrow, though, like you do this, I keep Pollard and I'd trade everybody else if I need to. Chase, Waddle, Pollard, and Burrow. Everybody else is get their bags packed, put their bags by their front door, and just start working deals. Try and get Swift and Najee in there. Try and get Swift and Pierce in there. You get 2 of those RBs while not touching Pollard or the receivers or Burrow, then you have a fighting chance and you turn your team around.
I actually have a team that's a lot like that.
So that's the only ideas I have, bro. You got to go after those running backs like Swift that have huge upside, huge risk. Same thing with Najee. Najee's got a lot of upside. He's a big risk, man, but you can afford it.
Nah, he does. I like the way he played here. He does.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Yep, later. Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a tough one. What else you guys got? Anything else before I let you go? Let's take this caller right here. Okay, you're live on the Fantasy Football Show. What can I help you with?
Yeah, what up, Smitty?
What's up?
Can I just tell you my team and let me know what moves to make?
Yeah, go ahead.
My quarterback is Joe Burrow. My running backs are Tony Pollard, Najee Harris, and Rashad White. My receivers are Chase, Amon-Ra, T. Higgins, Jacoby Myers, and Rondale Moore. And my tight end is Dolchich. I lost Pitts, actually. But it's PPR, and I can start 2 flexes.
You after your little T. Higgins, who was it? T. Higgins, and then you said 1 or 2 people, then Dolch. Like, what was your?
Jacoby Myers and Rondale Moore.
Oh, all right.
And I can start 2 at flex.
All right, man. Look, St. Brown and Chase and T. Higgins are good. Pollard's playing out of his mind, and hopefully that continues. And Najee's kind of on the rise. Are you looking for a trade, or can you still trade?
Yeah, I can still trade.
And are you? I'm sorry. Did you say you're set on making the playoffs already, or?
I'm 6-5, so it's like I'm in right now, but it's like pretty close.
Yeah, this concerns me here. I worry about this enough. Jamar Chase, I just don't know. We don't know what the status is. I'm refreshing constantly, trying to see if maybe he's gonna end up getting the nod. or what, but I would assume he doesn't play this week just to be on the safe side. But
Yeah.
if he doesn't, like, what happens to you? You know?
I got a hard matchup this week, so
yeah, I would look to maybe
I could try to trade him because I'm in the ESPN app and they got him like projected to play, so maybe I could try to like sell him high off of that or something.
yeah. Jamar Chase for like a Lamb or I wonder.
Probably couldn't get Lamb. That owner doesn't really
You don't
trade
think
much, but
you don't think you could get Lamb?
just because of the owner, he's like dead set on his team.
His little lamb, kind of like your little T.
Yeah.
My little lamb chops. I would say St. Brown, but you already got him. You could. I wonder, hey, who's the Mark Andrews owner have?
He has.
List his team.
You mind if I pull it up real quick?
Yeah. I'd be tempted to like take Jamar Chase, turn him into like Mark Andrews, and maybe upgrade something else. Or
he's got Gabe Davis, Jonathan Taylor, Damian Pierce. That's about it. Pacheco.
Mm-hmm. Man, I want JT. What about Najee and T. Higgins for JT? Maybe.
Yeah, I'll try that.
I mean, I'd maybe do that. And any deal you do with them, try and get Gabe Davis thrown in.
Yeah.
Someone said
Would you
Debo.
offer anything for Mark Andrews?
Back. Yeah, I mean, Mark Andrews. It's so tough. Like, T. Higgins for Mark Andrews potentially.
Yeah.
That kind of. I mean, it's nice to have that Bengal trio, but maybe you don't. Maybe you don't want it. All reliant on the Bengal output.
Yeah.
So T. Higgins for Mark Andrews. Maybe you give him Rondell or Myers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Comes to mind.
All right,
bro.
Appreciate you, Smitty.
Oh, I'm back. Later. My back is killing me. All right, rock out and Alex. Yeah.
I got a team. I think you know which team I'm talking about because we've talked about it before. But I have Pierce and it's a team where I have Pierce and Swift on the bench.
Okay, Pearson Swift on the bench.
I just have them on the bench because I have better options.
Uh-huh.
So it's like the team it's 5-6, and I'm scoring first in points. I'm scoring a ridiculous amount of points, and I'm just losing. Would you slightly overpay? Would you overpay? Or like what I'm trying to say is like, would you make a move? Like I'd rather lose knowing I tried to make a move, and then like lose and knowing that I could have made a move, but I didn't.
What's the move?
You know what I'm saying? Like, would you overpay for like an Andrews? Like,
there we go.
Like probably like AJ Brown. Like, would you do like AJ Brown straight up for Andrews? Or
Sure,
like
sure.
AJ Brown and Pierce for Andrews?
AJ Brown and Pierce for Andrews? No.
Or like, but would you be okay for like this team is Jamar, AJ Brown, and Metcalf. It's Pollard, Walker, Pierce, and Swift.
Yeah, I don't know. My brain's not fully working right now, so you're going to have to give me some examples. But, I mean, I would not do the doubles, the 2-for-1. I would trade A.J. Brown for Andrews. I'd try and get more. I honestly believe Andrews will be worth A.J. Brown, and A.J. Brown could be worth Andrews. I think it's very even. The positional advantage, all that. Andrews, I think, is going to win leagues for people if he stays healthy. I really like Andrews, but I'm not giving up two players. The only player I would take, like A.J. Brown and Pierce, I would like go get a top 5 running back or something like that. You know, like CMC has played kind of
like
iffy.
Taylor?
like Taylor, yeah, I would try and get like a Gabe Davis or Pittman back or something. You know, something that feels like the person's not losing so much, so they'll give them to you, but then your scales are balancing a little bit, and you look like, okay, at the end of the day, I'm still getting Pittman, and I know he doesn't like Pittman, but I do. You know, or Pacheco or Rashad White, or you're getting something, you know?
Yeah.
All right, bro.
All right. Thank you.
We got another caller on the phone here. We got two callers. One's an Arizonian. Did Alex just hang up? Alex, you there? I think Alex left. We got one Arizonian and another caller. Can we go with the Arizonian?
I think that's me.
That's you.
That's
Are you?
me. What's up, Smitty?
What's up, man?
Doing good, doing good. I just had a quick trade that I wanted your input on.
Okay.
I traded away Swift and Dulcich for Hawkinson and Rashad White.
Man. This is hard to evaluate because we're viewing Swift as if he still might be. He still might be that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have Jamal, and like him and Swift were rotating for my last flex spot, so I just thought maybe I'll just take a chance on Rashad, and I needed to upgrade from Dulcich since I lost Ertz earlier.
Yeah. For everybody saying they can't call in, look, I've got like 4 callers on the phone line at once. I'm answering like 3 or 4, 5 calls at once and hoping everyone goes on mute, and everyone does a pretty good job most of the time. But I'm trying my best to get through the calls. Travis, you can try calling again. So as for this trade, I mean, I think the Rashad White side could look a lot different coming out of week number 12. So like right now, this is a tough trade to like assess, and I feel like it definitely looks like you're banking a lot of Rashad White, and I don't blame you, and I don't really mind it. I just feel like it's not going to look. I don't know. It's not going to look great maybe until next week. But Swift could also rebound. He's practicing more than he ever has, so I don't know. Go ahead and call it, Travis, if I see.
I just didn't see the Lions ever giving him all the work for some reason. I don't know what Dan Campbell has against him. I think he's just playing against Swift every week in fantasy or something. Won't give him all the work, but
yeah.
That's just me.
What'd you say, Rock Out?
Freaking Campbell might be like teaching Swift a lesson for whatever reason.
Maybe, bro. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like you gave up too much in Swift and Dulcich for now, based on fair market. But I think this could work out. You just got to let it play out. I mean, I hope we're hitting the moonshot button all Sunday evening long. You know, I hope we're just celebrating, and you're just like, this trade looks very, very different. If it does look very, very different, make sure you call back in. We'll write it on the board again and evaluate it again and see what it looks like. Because it'll be funny what this looks like a week from now. Because it could definitely change.
For sure.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, thanks, Minnie. Love the show, man.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
The show loves you back. Okay, next unknown caller. What can I help you with?
Hey, is it me?
I believe so.
All right. It's Fred calling back again. I got my specific trade in mind for you if you ready for my team.
Yeah, hit me with it.
All right. Justin Fields, CMC, Jonathan Taylor, Dameon Pierce, D-Hop, Mike Evans. I just lost Kyle Pitts, so I don't have a tight end at the moment. And I have Allen Robinson, Odell, and then insurance backs on the bench.
Okay.
All right. And so I would like to trade just Pierce out of the people I told you, out of the starters, maybe with Allen Robinson in a package for something. I feel like my team is pretty good. I want your full opinion on it. If you think it can be improved, obviously, the tight end, not having one.
Did you make a trade? Did you say you made a trade, or you calling back trying to get a trade cooked up for A-Rob and Pierce?
Trying to get one.
Okay.
I wanted to go after St. Brown or Jamar Chase using Pierce.
Yeah, I definitely could get behind either one of those. I could get behind Mark Andrews for Pierce. I definitely would throw Odell or A-Rob in. They're meaningless. So Pierce and one of those guys, whatever, and I don't think this can even do anything. For Andrews, for Lamb, for you already have Mike Evans, but like that's definitely the kind of type of player I want. Trying to think of what other. I mean, even like a Aaron Jones, maybe. People are pretty down on him right now. Other players that come to mind: Joe Mixon. People are down on Joe Mixon. Stevenson with a St. Brown potentially. Maybe you can get St. Brown and something. I'm not sure how valuable Pierce is going to be though, so I don't know that that's that realistic. I mean, Debo, you're not going to get Debo anymore. Olave. I almost like Olave more than Pierce. I mean, I do like Olave more than Pierce. Yeah, but I mean, fair market value. I don't even know if Pierce might be more valuable than, or Olave might be more valuable than Pierce now. I don't think you can even do that anymore. But those are all things I would look at. But I think Andrews is pretty doable, and the fact that you have 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, Andrews, you're balanced enough to do that trade. Pierce for Andrews straight up. St. Brown, straight up. I'd do that. Either one.
I'm thinking the St. Brown. Andrews owner loves the Ravens, so he ain't giving them up.
That's right.
I'm thinking about St. Brown for sure.
Yeah, I like it, man.
You think Chase is possible with Odell and A-Rob?
Yeah, and as long as you're okay with maybe he's out another week, and you run the risk of him going out there tearing it right away. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's low risk or anything, but it does feel high reward. High risk, high reward.
Right. I agree with that.
All right, bro.
All right. I appreciate that. Love the show, man.
Yeah, appreciate you. Bye. All right. Rock Out, you still there?
Yeah.
I got another caller on the phone. Who is this? With Rock Out and myself. I don't know where Alex went. Travis, you made it. Travis.
Yeah, man.
Let me enter you into the system here. That way when I see you calling, it'll be a little easier to answer your call. So, Travis.
Thanks.
What's up, man?
Earlier, I on a super chat, you were saying I shouldn't trade CMC with Komet for Andrews and Jeff Wilson, and then, I wasn't sure just because I have so much depth at running back. If that really doesn't make any sense to do. Or...
So trade CMC and who? Komet?
Komet, yeah. I'm not real confident in Komet, especially if Fields was hurt.
For Andrews and
Jeff Wilson.
Jeff Wilson. I don't think you can trade CMC. Like, my take on that is this. Komet is closer to Andrews than Wilson is to CMC. And
right.
So, by that logic, that doesn't make sense to make that trade.
All right. Just because I have Taylor, Walker, ETN, Rashad White, and Pacheco.
Mm-hmm.
And Olave, AJB, and CD. So it's kind of tight end is just kind of like the missing piece that I keep trying to figure out. But
yeah, it's not the move though. CMC should be getting you more
is there someone aside from CMC you'd move? Like what if he wants Olave? You think Olave's going to be too valuable down the stretch?
Olave for what? Andrews and Jeff Wilson?
Yeah, just take CMC out and put Olave in.
Yeah, I mean, I love Olave, but I'd trade Olave for Jeff Wilson and Mark Andrews. You bet. Komet and Olave, sure. I mean, think about it this way. CMC's drafted in the top 5 overall if we're drafting over today moving forward. You know, Olave's not in the top 2 rounds, bro. He's probably not in the 3rd round. I don't know where he'd be. He's deserving of like a late 3rd round pick, probably. I don't even know. I'd have to mock draft it out to really know where Olave falls, but it's not in the top 2 rounds. And Andrews isn't in the top 2 rounds either.
I'm just trying to figure out a way to fill tight ends. I keep losing matches by like 2 points, 5 points, 3 points, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Getting nothing. I mean, I know everyone's got trouble with tight end, but so just try someone less than CMC then, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Komet and even a smaller piece for just Andrews will work. You know, if you just want to upgrade that rather than do the 2 for 2 or 3 for 2 or whatever.
What, like Rashad White?
Yeah, I mean, I'd hate to trade him, but yeah, Rashad White and Komet for Mark Andrews is pretty good. You know, that's even if Rashad White balls out, Andrews should be playing well enough to where you don't care. You know, you're like, okay, it worked out for him too then. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean, for White to crack my lineup, I would need an injury. So.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right, Smitty, I appreciate it.
All right, man. Later. Thanks, Travis.
Later.
All right. Well, rock out. I'm gonna probably let you jump. I'm gonna close the phone line. Let me hit this super chat real quick. Robbie, I'm sorry I made you wait. Hey, Smitty, love the show. Got Geno Smith. Robbie, you still here? I apologize, bro. Geno Smith, Kamara, Jeff Wilson, Jamar Chase, A.J. Brown, Rashad White, Fournette, Christian Watson, Lockett, Palmer. Help on who to start and bench. Kamara, Jeff Wilson are a lock. Once Jamar Chase is back, he's a lock. A.J. Brown's a lock. Rashad White is probably the flex play for sure. I mean, Jeff Wilson and Kamara are locks, but Rashad White is your next player up, even over Christian Watson, in my opinion, if that's a flex. If you start 3 wide receivers in a flex, then you can put Christian Watson in there and still start Rashad White, but Rashad White's the guy I want in there for the moment. But until Jamar Chase is back, you get to throw Christian Watson and White in your lineup and worry about this problem the next week when it should be even clearer. Palmer's interesting over Christian Watson, but I think I start Christian Watson over Lockett and Palmer for right now. So hopefully Robbie's still here. I don't know if Robbie's still here. Robbie? Come back, Robbie. All right, rock out. Appreciate you, man.
All right.
Later, pal.
Take care.
All right. I think I'm close to done. I'm close to done. Phone lines are off. My back is killing me. I was going to go running. I don't know if I can. I can't even sit up straight now when I try. Sound like my mom. When her back hurts to be in a restaurant. Swavey, depends on team needs. What do you guys got going on over here? You rascals over here in the chat, the live chat. Let me see if there's any other super chats that are pending. Jugs dropped one. Jugs, did I not respond to Jugs and Low Life yet? I'm sorry. Are you guys still here? Is Robbie still here? Hopefully Robbie's still here. Poor Robbie. He left and I didn't even get to him in time. Are Jugs and Low Life still here? I apologize for the wait, gentlemen. Jugs, remember me, the Gibby or Jamal guy. If Mixon misses this week, who should I go with between them again? Jamal had 3 TDs. Gibby had another good matchup. You gotta start Jamal. I don't remember the question, to be honest. When there were so many things that came, but I would start Jamal. Thank you, Jugs. I would start Jamal until further notice. They just seem to want to give him touchdowns and opportunities, and they want to run the ball hardcore in the locker room. There's nothing but coach speak about running the ball. So Jamal's the guy. Run, Smitty, run, do it live. Thank you, James. 7-4 from Low Life. Low Life, 10-man. Burrow, CMC, Jacobs, Jamar Chase, A.J. Brown, Andrews, Gabe Davis, Monty, Christian Watson, Rashad White, Elijah Mitchell, notable bench guys. Any final moves before the deadline? Jacobs, I don't love Jacobs. I don't mind him, but I certainly am okay trading him away. Everything else I absolutely love on the team. I would maybe look to try and trade. Let's see, you got CMC, you got... I so badly want to get into a Walker or ETN with this Jacob spot. And I don't think they're that far apart in a lot of people's minds. Bro, I would give up a Christian Watson in a millisecond to upgrade Jacobs into one of those two. That would be my focal point. Monty even, but I try to hold Monty. Light work to get that done. Trade Mixon for Walker. I'd take Walker in a heartbeat. All right, broskies. I'm live Monday through Friday. 7 p.m. Eastern every single Monday through Friday. I'm live whenever news breaks, and I'm also live every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at midnight, around midnight Eastern. It is Tuesday, so yes, that's the show you're watching right now, that midnight live stream. Appreciate every single one of you. Benjamin says trade Swift for Monty. Let's do a rapid fire real quick.
It is time for the speed question and answer segment.
Let's roll real quickly. 5 minutes of straight fire, nonstop questions. Don't write a novel. It literally has to be very short questions, like one line, two liners. That's it. If it's a paragraph, I'm not reading teams, nothing. Which side you like better? Eckler, Aaron Jones, Dak, Hurts, ETN, Sanders. Hurts, ETN, Sanders, or Eckler, Aaron Jones, Dak. Probably Hurts, ETN, Sanders side, I suppose. I don't know. That's pretty close. They're pretty even, bro. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate you. Hurts, ETN side, says Albert. Where's Pierce rest of season? I don't know. Questionable running back too right now, but I still think he has the upside. Can't bench Saquon even in a bad matchup. That's correct. That's the correct answer. Zeke or Mostert? Give me Zeke, I suppose. Start one, James Conner, Ramondre. I think it's pretty even. I've seen that question 3 or 4 times tonight. It is hard to answer. I think for now, I would put Ramondre in, but we visit that later. Pierce, ranked rest of season, already answered that. Ramondre or Swift, give me Ramondre, but we need to address that later in the week. Broncos or Jets? Probably Jets, bro. Metcalf or Gabe Davis? Probably Metcalf, I suppose. Adams and Cook for Amon-Ra and Eckler. Give me Adams and Cook. Give me Amon-Ra and I guess give me Amon-Ra and give me the Amon-Ra sides. That's really hard. Pacheco or Burks? Give me Pacheco. What's a reasonable return for Javonte in a dynasty first rounder? St. Brown, things like that. Extra roster spot, pick one. Dobbins, waiver wire, super. I don't know. I guess he's okay. Dobbins, I don't know. Gino or Lawrence? Probably Lawrence. Palmer, Godwin, or Boyd, Smitty. Give me Godwin. White or Pacheco? Give me Rashad White, but it's very, very close. Hope your back feels better. Thank you, Zachary. Fournette or B-Rob? Give me B-Rob. CMC or JT? I suppose CMC, but I want both of them. They're both top 5 running backs right now. Mixon or Andrews? Give me Andrews. ETN and Kittle or Pearson, Foreman, and Kmet side. I forget. Let me scroll back up to that one. ETN and Kittle. Give me ETN and Kittle. Swift or Singletary? Give me Swift, I guess. I don't know. Singletary safer. Swift for high risk, high reward type of play. Dulcich or Juwan. Probably Dulcich. Priority waiver pickup Burks or Palmer. I'd say Palmer for now because Mike Williams I don't trust at all. Priority pickup, okay. Play one, White, Pittman, or Swift this week. Probably Rashad White safest. Swift, White, Singletary this week. I'm gonna go White. White is my pick, I think. ETN. Already, you guys are repeating. Deshaun Watson expectations low. QB 8 to 12 for now. Swift or DeMonty? I'd probably say DeMonty safer. Swift is higher risk, higher reward. Heating pad or ice pack? I don't know. Hot shower. Pickens, Burks, or Pacheco. Probably Pickens. Probably Pickens. Then in PPR and Pacheco will be second, a close second. Yeah, I might have to do a standing desk more often. Washington, Miami, Baltimore, probably Baltimore. Although I don't know. I'd have to look at several things, bro. I'd say Miami's pretty tasty. But Baltimore ain't bad. Probably Miami this week. Healthy Kyler or Herbert. Probably Herbert. Trade Mixon for Walker. Of course I would, Joseph. Come on. Judy misses Wednesday's practice. Do I put Darius Slayton in or Watson? Probably, if that's Christian Watson, you're going to play Christian Watson. Gano or McPherson. We've already seen this one tonight. Gano. I guess Gano. Yusuf, you asked this on a super chat, didn't you? Gano. Appreciate you. Moon Men or Mars Men? Both. Drop Madison for Lat Murray. Probably, but man, the moment Cook goes down, Madison value is gonna split. That stock will split. Flex P Ryan if he starts, sure. Swift or Godwin, probably Godwin safer. Fields or Herbert this week. I'm going Fields if he plays. Lat Murray or Kamara at flex this week. Give me Kamara, of course, bro. You can't put Lat Murray in over Kamara. I don't care about matchup or not. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday through Friday, except for probably Thanksgiving Day. But maybe I'll do something strange. I don't know, like a live premiere or something, so hang tight. So Monday through Friday, pretty much every Monday through Friday, just maybe not Thanksgiving Day. I'm live Tuesday, Thursday, maybe not Thanksgiving Day, or maybe we just do the Thanksgiving late night stream. I don't know. We'll see. And then Friday, Saturday, I'm live at midnight as well. I'm live Sunday morning. I'm live Sunday evening. I've pinned in the live chat the link if you want to become a YouTube exclusive member. Thank you to that boy for dropping all those random YouTube exclusive memberships to all the people, gifting them out like he's Santa Claus. Appreciate you. Kamara, Jeff Wilson. I mean, Jeff Wilson could be safer this week. Fields or Burrow. Probably go Burrow until we know what's going on with Fields. Appreciate you all. I'll see you. Smitty, you're an inspiration. You're an inspiration, Swavey. Peace out. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker.